Well, there we have it, the food and beverages space stealing much of the attention of yesterday's session on its upward run. The market, as I said, clearly expecting strong results out of the sector moving forward. What are your overall expectations? Is it in line with some of the broader sentiment we've seen filter through?
Good morning, Alishia. Thank you. Generally speaking, we're expecting the release of results across board, food and beverage sector, the Nigerian banking sector as well. Expectations, I mean, there's generally, renewed optimism. If you look at companies like in the food and beverage, Nigerian Bottling Company, flour mills, Dangote flour, generally investors have been swooping on these shares. Nigerian Bottling Company has had a bit of a checkered past recently, but the idea is that we expect that the earnings should come in reasonable figures, and I think it's part of that anticipation. And generally, there's also liquidity in the system.
Let's hone in on the Nigerian Bottling Company specifically, Olumide, because as you say, it's had a checkered past. What are some of the fundamentals that are supportive of this business and the expectations that are out there at the moment surrounding its results? Olumide, if we look at the Nigerian Bottling Company specifically, run us through some of the fundamentals that are currently supportive of this business.
Okay, for the Nigerian Bottling Company, first of all, it's the biggest in the country. It has plants all over, very established distribution network. But generally speaking, I think the company had a bit of mishap sometime last year with the burning of one of its factories. We expect that should be refurbished soon. Capacity should come up, and generally speaking, they are the distributor of Coca-Cola, which is hugely popular. So we do expect normalized earnings. We expect they should come somewhere around 2.5 billion earnings for the year, which is reasonable. Also, with the general economy, being reflated, we expect consumers, to maintain strong demands for the products of Nigerian Bottling Company. They are also fairly diversified. They took a strategic decision to go into bottled water, and that has been hugely successful for them. So generally speaking, we think Nigerian Bottling Company is on the path to mend and has the potential to surprise.
Well, if we look at the company, it dominates the local market, as you say. It holds about an estimated 75% of a market share in the carbonates category. But we've also got Pepsi's franchise bottler, 7-Up Bottling Company, operating within that same arena as well. So in terms of competition, what are we looking at here?
Nigerian Bottling Company is much bigger than 7-Up. But 7-Up in terms of efficiency, in terms of profitability too, it's done pretty well. They happen to be a steady performer. Their products still, are fairly popular, and people, still like 7-Up. But generally, they've been on an even keel. There have been no surprises for 7-Up, and they continue, to grow. But in terms of distribution network, which is the key, and which, you do need huge financing for. Nigeria is a big country. You have 150 million and, 36 states. That distribution network, requires substantial investments, and that is where Nigerian Bottling has, the major advantage over 7-Up. But having said that, 7-Up, when you look at the numbers, is fairly efficient and, is also attractive.